What it do, Sports Money Music Podcast. We're in the building, Banks J Mall. You already know YouTube podcast. You already know, man. We everywhere now, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good, bro?
Chilling, man. What's going on? I see you on the West Side Panthers.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, don't think this Carolina Panthers. It's definitely West Side Panthers, man. Know what I'm saying? Youth organization, Cincinnati, Ohio, man. This ain't for the Carolina. Definitely for the West Side Panthers. Thanks for clarifying that for the people, bro. Yeah, man. You already know. Follow the show, that Sports Money Music Podcast on IG and X. Follow your boy Jim Banks 513 on IG. Banks Norman on the book, of course. Subscribe. All my faithful, you know what I'm saying? Our podcasters all around the country, all around the world. Go to their Facebook page, Jim Banks the Great. YouTube page, my bad. Go to their YouTube page, Jim Banks the Great. Follow us, like, comment. You know what I'm saying? We here now. You know what I'm saying? We here now, Mal. You know what I'm saying? Of course, got J Mal. Talk to him, bro, real quick.
hey, I had to make sure that you was gonna add, because you were so used to saying the Facebook and the IG. You had to make sure you add the YouTube name.
I know, man.
Y'all follow, y'all comment, man. See what we talking about again. Great sports commentary. Man. So this is nothing new. If you go back and look at our 105 episodes or so, plus the quickies. We've been doing it, man. We've been doing it for a while. A lot of good sports knowledge, man. So we're gonna keep it up.
Definitely, man. Shout out to the homie Kev Mack. He definitely gonna be on again real soon with us. He wanted to be on this week, but his schedule wouldn't allow it. So, we'll have your boy on sooner or later. You know what I mean? Full slate, man. It's a time of year where everything going on. So we got some boxing, got some MLB, got some football, of course. You know what I'm saying? We know we go, talk to Wimby Stopper. You know what I'm talking about? Remember I said it here first, the Wimby Stopper, man. You know what I'm talking about? We get a little more NBA, you know what I'm saying, next week,
But
but
Jim, giving headbutts and flexes, Jim. Like I ain't even. Oh, like,
you see, do the shadur on him.
young Tim-
Yeah, see, do the shadur. Sometimes when you talk, it's kind of breaking up. Sometimes when you talk, man, I don't know what this about, but you know
Hopefully
what I'm saying.
that's better.
Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, man. First and foremost, Tim Zoo versus Brian Mendoza for the WBO 140-pound championship this Saturday, Queensland, Australia. Tim Zoo 23-0, 17 KOs. Brian Mendoza 22 with 16 KOs. Probably most known for knocking out Fedora in this last fight with that little looping ass right, the left hook he hit him with. You know what I mean? Of course, Tim Zoo, son of Koska Zoo. You know what I'm saying? Why I keep wanting to call him? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But of course, he was handed the WBO championship because Jamel Charlo was ducking him in their opinion and whatnot. Took too long to fight. You know all these sanctioned bodies be or whatnot. But fight going on this Saturday, man. Who you got, bro?
Oh, this is interesting, right? Of course, you're going to Australia, so you always got to factor in the hometown advantage. I don't think that this goes the distance. First time here in Mendoza was, looking at the Towering Inferno, Fondora fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hit him with pretty, knocked him out. But I think Mendoza actually beat so Mendoza beat somebody in their first fight. It was like one of the first fights at 154. Mendoza had beat him, or it was a close fight. So I mean, I guess the guy has been around for a bit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
reading about it on ESPN. I can't remember the name, but look, I think Tim Zoo has shown he has power. He does have a little bit of speed. I watched him fight against the last fight against the homie from the D, um, Tony Harrison, and he looked strong. He looked powerful. He's able to carry the power deep into the fight. Um, I expect Tim Zoo to win the fight. I don't know what round again because I just don't know enough about Mendoza in terms of what his resistance is. Fondora's been knocking guys out though, and he was able to be
Mm-hmm.
stayed in there. So that says a little bit about what he has to bring to the table. But I'm gonna go Tim Zoo in the late TKO.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I had to go back and revisit that fight a couple days ago. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, them wild sweeping left hooks, man. Tim's only thing Tim Tszyu got to do is come down the pipe. You know what I'm saying? I don't see that stuff landing. You know what I'm saying? Effective enough to hurt Tim Tszyu. You know what I'm saying? Or landing enough. You know what I'm saying? Cumulatively throughout the fight to be able to win a fight. I think Tim's a much strategical fighter, much sound fighter. You know what I'm saying? As far as his technique, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely see Tim Tszyu winning the fight by knockout late rounds again, just like you. But I kind of messed up. I want to first I want to shout out. We didn't get to do it last week. 5 people that were shot up in Morgan State couple weeks ago. I think it's still being on the run. A couple people shot up at Morgan State, which is HBCU in Washington D.C. I don't think it was deadly. I don't think Mal has it. I don't think anyone passed away from that. I don't think. But
Right.
shout out to those people, of course. And then of course, what happened Saturday, man. Israel and Palestine slash Hamas. You know what I mean? The horrible attacks. I'm just, I you know, I'm a CNN guy. I like watching, current events and staying up on things, man. It just, thousands of people have died on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Hamas came in and beheaded allegedly, beheaded kids and everything. It's just a sad situation, and
Mm.
it just like this first time that I can remember. Because everybody had, little skirmishes and whatnot, but like we had literally have two full blown
Yeah.
wars at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this, of course, Ukraine and Russia. Now you had this over here. You know what I mean? It's Israel is like they're really this time. Like they're really, sending a message that they trying to smash Hamas and put them to an end or whatnot. But just kind of speak on what the hell's going on, bro. Like, as we headed for World War III, man. What the hell, man? Shit is
Yeah.
crazy around here, man. But shout out to everybody that's lost their lives, from both wars. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
crazy.
It is tough. When I was reading on it initially, and they said it was an all out war. I was kind of surprised. Like you said, you don't really hear, you know, all out wars going on. Obviously, two continents. You got Europe now, and you got Asia. With Russia, and then there was also talking about potential of China invading Taiwan. I'm like, man, really? Like,
Right. It's crazy, man.
wars going on at one time? Like
Crazy.
that is, and
Scary.
and if you're you know, a Christian, like I am, we have special ties to Israel. And that talks about it in the Bible how, things that come against Israel in the last days, man. So I'm kind of taking it from that approach in terms of like it's a lot going on, but this is the first time it's been like full on war, I think since 47 when it became a country, or kind of well, they've got their free state or kind of however it worked out. So again, definitely I was texting a friend of mine who's Israeli, and he just was like, we feel we'll win the war, but nobody wins in this. Like nobody wins. Okay, if Israel wins the war, they still got lives lost. They still got damage to their economy. Still got the people. Your lives are affected for the rest of your life. When you have to deal with war. So it's like nobody wins in this. So that was kind of what I took away from it is all the people whose lives are affected and will be affected because of this, especially innocent people's lives. Like imagine, bro, being in a place you're at home chilling, and all of a sudden, because of nothing you did, there's a war going on outside your window, and you got to pack up your family, or your house is damaged, or you just got to get up and run. Your phones ain't working, your cars ain't like. It's crazy how people's lives are really affected when the stuff goes on, man. And it has nothing to do with the ordinary citizen, man. That's the saddest part to me. Like nothing to do with these kids and these families. So I'm just my prayers that it all ends and ends soon, man, and when this stuff can stop.
Meanwhile, over here, we as just as divided as we ever been. You know
Mm,
what I'm saying? And we right for the pickings over here, man. You know what I'm saying? And It's just right. It's just like America and Canada just dropping bombs on each other, man. It's just unfathomable to even think of. You know what I'm saying? So,
Fact.
yeah, man. It's just sad, man. Man. Hopefully everything will be, I don't know. It's hard to say, as far as everything will be all right because it's already thousands of lives has already
Right.
been, you know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, man, it's
What do you say? Like you said, you hope to like that it, was like is it all right? Like the best outcome? Like what do you? I mean, it's
right,
what do you? I don't even know how you address that. Like
right,
it is like not sound crazy. It's
right. Yeah, try to be as respectful as possible, man. You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
yeah, man. Shout out to everything. And hopefully, I mean, things can be resolved without as much death
mm,
as possible sooner
mm,
or later, man. Guess
mm-hmm.
that's the best way we could put it, man.
Yes,
Man. Back. Go ahead. What you about to say?
said peace. Just gotta pray for hope for peace. Because peace
Yeah.
that means that people's lives they stop fighting. So that's what you gotta hope for.
Yes, sir. It'll never be peace on that hoop court, man, with the Wemby stopper out there, man. On talking about young Chet, man. On talking about. Remember, I said it here first, America. Young Chet Holmgren, aka the Wemby Agba stopper, man. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, those guys faced off in their first preseason game. My boy had 21-9. Your boy had 20-5. He did a little scoop on the leg shot. It was cool. It was nice. It was cute. You know what I'm talking about? But you see my boy Chad do the Sadur on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is going to be a matchup that's, I can't, man. This definitely one of we was kind of talking about it, the real live, Will versus Bill Russell, the Magic and Bird. Like this is gonna be one of those matchups that we're gonna follow for decades, man. Those guys both they're actually in the same division, right? Seven.
Or
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they play each other 3-4 times a year, man. So I can't wait. Young Czech will be rookie of the year. Can't wait. You know what I'm
negative,
saying?
negative, negative.
Man. But it was crazy. Like I was remember we talked, Kev was on the show last week. We talked about, how Boston and whatnot, we was talking about the favorites or whatever. It was like they believe their first preseason game. Well, I turned it on for a hot second, you know what I mean? Porzingis had this little, I don't know, he was in the team, 13, 15 points or whatever. I think it was like right after halftime. So I don't think Drew Holiday was playing, but they basically all the other stars was playing except for Drew or whatnot. So it's just the backwardsness in the other NBA nowadays. So I cut it on and shit, boom. You know what I'm saying? I think I seen probably like 3-4 plays. But I seen one thing I did see, I seen a 6'4", you know what I'm saying, Jaylen Brown back posting up. And you got the 7'3" guy at the 3-point line. I say the NBA is so fucking backwards now. I turned this shit off. I couldn't even watch it no more. That's the shit we was talking about. Are you gonna have this guy hovering around the 3-point line, or are you gonna use him as a big? If you keep hovering him at the 3-point line, you're not going to do nothing to beat Milwaukee, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Hopefully they were just window dressing, trying to trick some people, not showing everybody what they're really going to do. I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm. No, that's real. You're right, and I think Missoula wants that, wide open, spread out,
but
analytic.
you claim you want an inside out game. That's the reason
Yeah,
why you went Capperzinger. So
I
what the fuck? Like you
know.
ain't not making you contradicting your own game or whatever. No, it's
I
just,
mean, I look. The only way I can make sense of it is if Brad Stevens, the GM, wants them to change their game up a little bit, and then Missoula, of course, the head coach has to be the one that implements it. And if he does,
right.
then he gets fired, and Brad Stevens comes back
Right.
to the team, like that kind of deal, right? Like
Yeah.
maybe that's the grand plan anyway. But I mean, look, Tatum. I think Tatum is big enough and good enough to operate out the post, but he has to add that to his game. He still hasn't shown that. He comes from the Kobe lineage, but he still hasn't shown that part of the game where he operates at the elbow and in the post a lot. And he's 6'10" now, like strong. You can tell he's filled out, his body's filled out. So he has to. I think he would be the guy that does it, other than Porzingis, and Al can do a little bit on the block, but at this point in his age, he's a 3-point shooter. So they're gonna have to figure that out for sure. And Drew
I mean,
likes to post up too, but that you can only live so much with guards posting up in the NBA. So
right. And like when he was in New York, though, that's what I'm saying. When he was in New York, what's his
Woodson.
name? Mike Woodson had him in the post for
Hmm.
pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. What happened to the inside out game, man? You post up, you draw the double team, you kick it out. I mean, that part of the NBA is just a lost art no more. It's a lost art nowadays. So, like I say, it's just hard. Some of the NBA games is hard to watch, man. It really is, man. You know what I'm saying? But NBA definitely kicking on. Like I say, this time of year where all the major sports are going on, especially Major League Baseball, Division Series best of five. We got, I had Atlanta versus the field, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Acuna is the best player in NBA Major League MLB is what I'm trying to say. Major League Baseball. I think he's the best player. And I got Atlanta versus the world right now. They're in a 2-2. What I don't know. This was actually up from yesterday. Today is Wednesday, October the 11th. So these are the stats from the day before Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? The Braves and Philly had a nice game. Game 2, 5-4, which tied the series for the Braves. I was actually watching that game. You know what I'm saying? Travis Denard and Matt Olson had hit two clutch, 2-run home runs. Diamondbacks, I believe, swept the Dodgers already, I believe, right?
now they're
Are
up
they
two.
up 2-0
Yeah,
still?
they got to do
Okay.
one more.
Yeah, then you got Astros up 2-1 versus the Twins, and the Orioles up 2-0 versus Texas. So
Hey,
in the major
by
league
the way,
playoffs, what you got, bro? Go ahead. What you say?
no, it's different. Well, so I got some updated numbers. So Texas yesterday, it's the other way. Texas was up 2-0, and they
Right.
actually finished the sweep yesterday of the
Okay. Okay. So
Orioles.
they did win yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay.
they won
Okay.
yesterday. They swept them. So the Rangers has advanced to the ALCS. Um, Houston is up 2-1. And then
Right.
Philly actually was up and won. They were up 7-1 as of maybe about an hour ago.
Ooh.
Atlanta, Bryce Harper smacked. Hey, let me tell you something, man. Bryce Harper, bro,
Yeah.
that dude
Yeah.
is a maniac. Like
Yeah.
he is a
Yeah. You earned
police
that 400 million, ain't he?
man. Hey, one of the guys that's
Yeah.
actually living up to it though. Like 2 MVP,
Yeah.
like got those guys to the World Series, and now he,
Yeah.
if they beat Atlanta, Atlanta look like I mean, they look unbeatable. Like
So
they look unbeatable. And if
yeah.
they, Bryce Harper, helps them win this series, is just gonna be another feather in his cap. But he was smacked 2 homers, like, and Philly's crowd. I
Mm.
love postseason baseball. Philly's crowd went
Yeah.
here insane. So they were up
Yeah.
in the series, but I hope that goes 5 because that should be a good. That's a good. Those are 2 good teams.
Oh man, that's yeah, man. Philly, I like. We have a nice young squad too. Like I say, man, by your boy, man. You know what I mean? The playoff baseball definitely some of the best. I think also if the Braves lose, I don't know who else to go with. Dodgers, they trash. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who the look. I'm gonna tell you. So here's to the point though. Here's the interesting part. Like, and I wish Kev was on because I know he probably a Dodgers fan. He had the LA hat
Oh
on.
yeah, he definitely a Dodgers fan for sure.
Most legend OG. So like all the top teams that had the top seeds are getting rolled, right? Like
Yeah.
Orioles was the top team in the AL, got ran off the field, swept. Dodgers down 2-0. They're the top team in the NL. Braves was the top team in the NL, and they're down in their series. Dodgers are down in their series, the top team in the NL. The Astros are up 2-1. Like maybe it's rust. Like, and I get baseball is kind of weird this way, but like I feel like maybe they should consider changing where the top seed gets a choice to either take the bye or to play that first weekend. And you don't necessarily want to like play more, but sometimes I feel like these teams get rusty and they
Hmm.
go rest versus rust because you can't tell me all the teams at the top seeds are getting rolled. The Tampa Bay Rays was another good team, got swept by the Rangers. Then Rangers swept the Orioles. And so it's like I feel like these teams maybe if they had a choice would maybe have kept playing or played in that like first round series to keep themselves
Mhm.
their momentum going. Um, and so maybe that's something that baseball should at least get that team the option to do. If you want to rest, cool. If you want to take the first series, and I don't know how that all would work and how they would even figure that out, but I think that they got to be something they put on the table because all the best teams are getting rolled by wild card teams or teams that barely play qualify for the playoffs because momentum, man, momentum, and guys are hot and just is going crazy.
Crazy. I swear I was thinking the same thing. It's like, just get in when you're in baseball, man. Especially when we got that hot
Mhm.
pitching staff. You know what I'm saying? And these guys are literally used to playing every day. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? They used to playing. So yeah, I was swear I was thinking the same thing, man. Like these wild card teams get in and they just roll, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And, these other teams that sitting at home waiting for a few days to play. So I mean, I heard the Dodgers. I heard Kev actually talk about it on his capping with Kev Mack. Go follow that. Subscribe to that. He was saying that I believe the Dodgers, a lot of pitching staff. I think like 45 starters are out or something like that. Something I heard. So I'm not sure about. I believe that's what he said. I'm not sure about it, of course, but yeah, I definitely feel the same thing. What you were saying, though, Mal. It's crazy. I was thinking the same thing, literally. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
yeah, let's we definitely go keep a eye on all the playoff action that's going on. You know what I'm saying? We talk about the Dodgers might be the new Atlanta Braves. You know what I'm saying? Winning 9 and 10 division. Now the 9 out of 10 division crowns, but only got one title. You know what I'm saying?
It was
Of
a
course,
COVID time too, like which is
yes.
kind of
Woo. We
yeah,
know
it's
about them
crazy.
COVID titles, though. We they really don't count for real.
This guy, it
We ain't
count,
gonna talk. See
it
how
count,
COVID titles.
it
See how
count.
they work in one instant, but they don't work in the other one. We ain't gonna talk about that
Nah,
right now.
you misconstrue my point.
Ah.
It it count, but for a
Ooh.
team that had won that much, man, you'd have thought that they would have got another chip outside of COVID. You know what I'm saying? So that's we're gonna get to NBA predictions later. I know you
Yeah.
wanna, you know, you don't like
Go
your
ahead, try to clarify it and clean it up. Go ahead. You know what I'm
you don't like your team no more. It's cool, but
saying? Yeah, because the Atlanta Braves team won 14 division titles and only won the one title. Of course, that was, Glavin Smoltz, Maddox, those guys, man. It was, man, that Atlanta team was legendary. Legendary pitching, of course. College football recap, hashtag picks, man. I went 0 and fucking 3, man. All my tough games too, man. All of them, man. You know what I'm saying? LSU killed me. Missouri, you know what I'm saying? Washington State killed me against UCLA. And your boys Hookem let me down, man. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Brings my record to 10-8 overall, man. What you look like last week,
yeah,
bro?
I was 1 and 2, and I'm disappointed because I should have bet. I don't know why I didn't bet UCLA Washington just to go up against you. Of course, I would have went to UCLA. I would have went with UCLA. I've been a Dante Moore supporter. I'm not a chip hater like my bro is. So,
Big
that
chip
would have been a
hater.
good game to go, heads up on. But, I said that Oklahoma would, have something to say about last week. I still picked Texas
Mhm.
and I lost that one. And then Texas A&M lost that one. I took them plus the 1.5 points. They lost by 6. So I lost that one too. And I won what game did I win? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember exactly the game I won, but I won 1 and 2 last week. Tripping
What's
this.
your overall record?
Um I'm 8-8. No, 8-8. No, 8-10. 8-10.
Well, I say yeah, because it's
Yeah.
18 games overall, 8-10. Okay, yeah, that's what's up. Couple scores real quick. Number 12, Oklahoma, like we just talked about, lost to number 3, Texas. Dylan Gabriel went for 285 and a touchdown. Also rushed 14 times, 113 yards and a touchdown. Quinn Ewers, 31 for 37. Damn near went perfect.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Except for 2 of his incompletions with interceptions. You know what I'm saying? He also had a touchdown. Of course, LSU 49, Missouri 39. Jay Daniels passed for 259, 3 touchdowns, rushed for 130 and a touchdown. Washington State loses to UCLA. Shut down Cam Ward 19 for 39, 197, 2 INTs and a touchdown. That UCLA D line looked good, man.
mm,
I
mm.
don't know if it was that defensive line looked good or Missouri State offensive line got exposed. I'm not really sure, but Donton Lynn, the son of Anthony Lynn, he has the UCLA defense been there showing up all year because the offense, of course, held down by the young rookie out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? The young freshman out of Detroit. So the offense isn't that good, but the defense they've been playing all year. You know what I'm saying? I can't say that about LSU. Can't say that. Oh,
Yeah,
LSU. Go ahead,
UCLA.
go ahead.
I was reading they got I guess a guy who's on the D line who's like projected top five now in the
Mhm.
NFL draft. I hadn't heard of him until probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, but
Yeah.
that kind of speaks to exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely. Ohio State #4. Hell, Dogs looking scary for a minute against Maryland. Maryland's coming up, man. They're trying to be,
Hmm.
they always had this, what I mean, slow, this nice start, 3, 4, 5-0, then they kind of tail off. But they're trying to get their respect over there. I see y'all 37-17 versus Ohio State, Notre Dame. I'm gonna come back to Notre Dame, man, because it was some video game shit going on, man. It's a real 2K football shit going on. So I'm gonna come back to that game, man. Number 11, Alabama, because we just talked about versus Texas A&M. This might have been Texas A&M last chance to. Well, they
Hmm.
got a kind of a chance next week, but you know what I'm saying. 26-20 loss at home. Colorado bounced back with a 27-24 win over Arizona State. Coach Prime was not happy. It's a time to get away. It's a time to put the cameras up, Ma. Even though I know that's part of the lure. His son eats off of it. A couple other people eats off all the media, the YouTube, and all that. You know what I'm saying? But he was definitely clearly not happy with the win. You know what I'm saying? So is it kind of shut the cameras down and focus a little more, or what you think, man? Or is it just they talent just actually showing up? I think it's me personally. I think it's just where their talent is. You know what I'm saying? I think they're pretty good on the skill position wise on both sides of the ball, but where it counts in the meat and guts and the meat and potatoes, they're not that good up front. Offensive line, they're not that good. Front seven, they're not that good on defense. So, you know what I mean? So, what you think about it, bro? Should they shut the cameras down, or is it just them playing up to their playing up with their potential? Of course, they're leading without one of the best players in the country, Travis Hunter, which should be back this week against Stanford. But what do you think, bro?
Yeah, should they? I mean, they probably
It's
shouldn't have
hard to say.
first. They probably shouldn't have done it in the first place, to be honest. But when you do it, when you win, you can't go tuck tail and high when you lose. So and I don't think that Dion is the type that will run from what they do. They do what they do,
Mhm.
and
Right.
that's just is what it is. I don't think that that's something that they would compromise. I do ultimately think that it's that level of talent. I mean, again, this team was won one game last year. Um, and he brought in a bunch of new people. And those new people, again, you got to think those are cast offs from other programs, right? Like,
Mhm.
so it's not like you're getting the cream of the crop from these programs. You're getting talented people, talented players, but for whatever reason, they didn't stay at their current program. So you're having to kind of just scratch and claw your way through. And again, I think it was still predictable that if you looked at their schedule, this is I said 6 wins at the beginning of the year, and I thought, and that was without them beating TCU. So I think they just kind of play into their level. I think they beat Stanford. Stanford's not good. They probably blow Stanford out at home, and then they got to find another way to get, one more win, get bowl eligible. But I think ultimately it still does help the program long term, and they
Mhm.
can't be seen as when adversity hits, they tuck and run, because that's what all the haters really want.
Mhm.
So if anything, they got to be defiant for that alone.
Yeah, fact. I definitely agree. I seen this team as an 8-4 team. You know what I'm saying? Which I think will be a very good. You know what I'm saying? Coming off
That'd be
what
great.
happened last year, 8-4, and like you say, man, they play like a disjointed unit. They play
Yeah.
like a unit that you know what I'm saying. Coaches don't really know players. Players don't really know each other. Don't really trust each other. Some players, like I said, and it ain't all about like you said when you say they didn't get the cream of the crop. They got a lot of cast offs because a lot of times it ain't about the skills, it's up here, man. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And are you getting you might be getting a great athlete, but are you getting the smartest player? Are you
Right.
getting, you know what I'm saying? Players that know where to be at what times. You know what I'm saying? It's about up here, man. More than likely, you know what I'm saying. A lot of it is you can see a lot of blown assignments on defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the coaching staff. Also, it seems like a lot of players aren't in good positions sometimes. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? On defense, you know what I'm saying. A lot of guys are wide open. It seems a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So I just see them living up to their talent, which is not that good, but You know what I mean? I think they'll be all right though, man. Number one, Georgia blew out KY 51-13. Everybody thought they might have been shaky, but they showed y'all that they still here to stay.
That
You know
was
what
my
I'm saying?
other bet the rent money pick too. I did pick Georgia minus
Georgia. I
15.
mean,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, you know, you might as well pick Bologna State versus, Alabama. I mean,
but Jim, remember I laid the 15 points though, Jim. I didn't just
yeah,
pick the money line. Like,
yeah, you did. UCLA struggled versus Arizona, took three overtimes, 43-41. Arizona's a 3-3 team now. Was 3-2, of course, when they fought Arizona, played Arizona. So, you know what I mean? They actually made them drop in the rankings. But back to my 2K slash Tecmo Bowl games, man. You know what I'm saying? First Notre Dame and Louisville. Like I'm trying to give my boy Marcus Freeman all the respect and the credit in the world, man. But he did some Tecmo Bowl shit, man. You know how like when you down, you losing and shit. It was losing. I think it was 28-17 in their own territory. I think it was like 7, 8 minutes, 9 minutes left to go. This guy want to go for it. Why you do that? You know how you when you kicking somebody ass and they don't want to you and they don't want to punt the ball. Like, bro, punt the ball, man. Like, damn, come on, man. Like, punt the ball, bro. Like, you fucking up the game. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to
right.
punt and shit, and they go for it, and you stop them. Like, you at least giving them 3 points, bro. What are you doing? Like, come on, bro. Like, he
Uh,
pissing me off, man. And then, of course, oh my God, the Georgia Tech Miami. Like, I think I lost a game to you like this before, playing around, then take a knee, fumble this shit. Next thing you know, what I'm saying? Like, come on,
hey,
like, are you
fact,
serious, bro? Like, they said the
fact.
guy ain't took the knee all year. Like, if this ain't the most fireable offense ever right here, though, man, but it's a real live 2K, man. We don't play man over here. Some 2K5, Tecmo Bowl shit was going on this
Right.
weekend, but I was blowing my mind, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what's your recap of the weekend in college, bro?
Yeah, that Miami
Shit
one,
was
that
crazy,
Miami
man.
loss was that's a resume stainer for a long time,
For
man.
sure. You can
Because
never let
you,
that down.
you can't, you can't justify. I mean, yeah, he eventually said I just taking a knee, but like I just don't understand. And Ryan Day does it a little bit sometimes too, and it kind of starts. It gets me a little bit uncomfortable. Like he will take a knee, and like if it's like 30 seconds left or whatever. But they typically do run plays until the very end, and that means a lot of it is just straight dive up the middle. Then you got linemen being potentially rolled up on, and it just I don't understand
And
it.
they
I
coming for
mean,
the
I
strip.
understand
They
what they're
coming
trying
for
to
the
do, but
strip.
huh?
They coming for the strip all day. The
Yeah, they
defenders.
are. But even when the game is out of hand, like in this scenario,
Right,
the game wasn't out of hand. But like
right.
Ohio State, if they're blowing somebody out, like they'll still be running like just dive plays and just getting whatever. But I understand it's all about reps and getting guys reps, and that's cool. But at the same time, that comes with a cost. Like there's no reason why Miami shouldn't have down that ball. You can't justify it. And now in the ACC, where Florida State's undefeated, where North Carolina
Mhm.
currently is undefeated. I think there's
Mhm.
one more. Louisville's undefeated. So I heard a
Mhm.
stat. Louisville, North Carolina, Florida State are all undefeated and they don't play each other like in the regular season. So
Wow.
like,
Terrible.
how
Terrible.
do you like that's going to have to be a crazy race. Miami had a chance to stay undefeated, to be
Mhm.
in that race, and they blew it because you don't want to kneel the ball and then you play.
Terrible.
Everybody want to play this whole cover two defense and protect the sidelines, but it's very easy to be beat. And I don't, so
Yeah.
they deserve to lose. I'm glad they
Big
lost. They
facts.
deserve to
Yeah.
lose because that's how you played.
Yeah. Big facts. That's all you got for the week recap, bro?
I mean, look, I think ultimately there wasn't a lot of like big games,
Right. Facts.
matchups and
Yeah.
stuff. We'll get some more of it coming up here soon.
Definitely.
Again, I do wonder. I was thinking actually about this though this week. This is going to be a really hard potential CFP because you got the SEC winner, right? Automatically going to be in. If it's Georgia, especially. If it's not Georgia, if they happen to lose for one game, whatever, they're still going to get in. Then you have a potential Oklahoma undefeated team or Texas with one loss to Oklahoma. Okay. Then you have a potential Big Ten either undefeated Michigan, undefeated Ohio State, one loss in there. Maybe Penn State throws their name in there, but either undefeated or one loss Big Ten champion. Then you got a potential Pac-12 champion, which has been the best conference so far. Oregon, Washington, USC, all undefeated. How that shakes out, they may be undefeated. They may have one loss, but those have been the best programs and some of the best programs in the country. And then you got the ACC, which
Mm-hmm.
has a legitimate Florida State with legitimate wins this year. If North Carolina, I think right now is ranked 12th. I don't think Louisville, even if they are undefeated, it will get in. But let's say all five of those
Mm-hmm.
scenarios happen where you get five undefeated champions. Who's the program you leave out? Which
Yeah,
conference, which team do you leave out? Because I
yeah,
can't justify the Pac-12.
definitely
Definitely
not
can't
this year.
justify Georgia. Can't
Right,
justify Michigan, Ohio State because
right.
Michigan's roster schedule's been horrible, but Ohio State's obviously playing Notre Dame and
Mm-hmm.
going to have to play a top three team in the country. And then you have a Big 12 team or ACC team. Like, which one do you leave out?
Like you say, that Michigan is interesting because I actually think Michigan may be the second best team out there
Agreed.
collectively, offense and defense, but they ain't playing nobody. You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying? So one loss to Ohio State, let's just say, might hurt them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just off the
I don't think
resume
they get in.
side.
I
You know
don't
what
think
I'm
they get
saying?
in. Unless it's chaos on the other side. I do not think they get in if they lose to Ohio
Yeah,
State.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because they
Even though they
resume,
probably should.
yeah. Because their resume, like you say, won't be as strong as the Pac-12 team or the ACC team, even or the Big 12 team or definitely the SEC team. So yeah, I think I can see potential, but that's why I was hoping they at least spend it to 8 teams last year. You know what I'm saying, or at least six. You know what I'm saying? I think outside of top 8, there's really no one to really grab about outside of 8 teams. You know what I'm saying? The 19th team may have a dispute, maybe, but solid 8 teams. That's even including AAC, American
Mhm.
League champion, if they go undefeated, say Memphis or somebody like that out of AAC go undefeated. That's even if including them. But you know what I mean? But yeah, it's definitely I feel you, bro. It's gonna be tough this year, man. It's a lot of football to play out. You know what I'm saying? Week 7 coming up, hashtag picks right here. You know what I'm saying? A couple games coming up. We got number 10 USC, 6-0 going to number 21 Notre Dame. You got number 8, 5-0. Oregon going against number 7, 5-0. Washington, Texas A&M on the road versus 19 Tennessee. Number 25, Miami, of course, dropped because of that dumbness. They was throwing water bottles at their ass and everything. I was weak, boy.
I almost smacked them.
coming in,
Oh
coming
man.
in 4-1, which probably would have been maybe been a top 15 matchup right here, maybe top
Mm-hmm.
10. So they're
Yep.
going against the number 12 North Carolina team on the road, and you have number 18 UCLA play their way back into the top 25 versus number 15 Oregon State. So man, yeah, man. Hashtag bet the red money picks week 7 college. My first pick, I'm gonna go with Washington, man. Michael Enix Jr. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with him heavy. I think he may be the second best quarterback in college, the one that nobody's talking about. They talk about Mays and Caleb Williams and these other guys, man. But Michael Penix Jr. is a maniac. I'm gonna go with Washington over Oregon at home. I'm gonna go with Texas A&M, man, over Tennessee, man. You know what I'm saying? Texas A&M been playing everybody tough. Tennessee, I don't know what the hell going on over there still.
Mm-hmm.
Not convinced. Got ran out the gym by Florida. Florida's not that good. They got ran out the gym by Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go Texas A&M to actually. That's what I'm saying. This probably. I mean the Alabama game definitely knocked them out of any type of playoff contention. But if they make a run still, you know what I mean, old boy might still be able to keep his job if they, make a run throughout the rest of the year. And I'm gonna go with Oregon State at home. Of course, Chip Kelly hater against UCLA, man. I'm talking about hashtag bet the red money pigs, Washington, Texas A&M, Oregon State. Who you got, bro?
Yeah, that's interesting. I'm gonna go with the fighting Chip Kellys, man. When UCLA on the road. I didn't pick him last week and I should have. Dante Moore, against
Don't do it.
UCLA defense. Oregon State got a squad this year, but I'm gonna trust Chip to find a way to get it done, man. On the road to beat Oregon State. Uh, and they're getting 3.5 points. Again, I'm taking them straight up to win, but definitely give me the 3.5 points as well. Uh, Oregon and Washington. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. I'm glad they got them in the 3:30 slot. I'm glad this is kind of one of the feature games. They probably could have had them in the 8 o'clock slot on ESPN2 or 7:30 slot because I think it deserves that kind of prime time matchup. But um, again, Washington is good, really good, man, really good. Oregon is really good too this year, though. So to me, I see it as a pick'em game right now. ESPN.com has Washington as a negative minus 3 point favorite at home, which basically tells you it's pick'em because they got to automatically get 3 points. I'm gonna go Oregon on the road.
Mm.
Uh, Bo Nix, nephew, my nephew and son's favorite quarterback, Bo Nix, and the
He been there for
boys.
about 25 years, ain't he?
Right.
Damn, like
Yeah, he came in. I think they said him and Trevor
shit.
Lawrence came in together. Something together.
Right,
And I was like,
yeah, boy, what the
crazy. Like,
hell?
um, but look, I think Dan Lennon, being a Georgia DC, for those back-to-back title runs, he doesn't give the credit, in my opinion, to not back-to-back before for the first year. No, the back-to-back. Yeah, this is his first year. He doesn't get the credit for Oregon defensively, and I think what he brings to that team defensively, and how they can try to slow down that air raid Washington attack. So. I'm gonna take Oregon on the road. Begin both quarterbacks are experienced, but this is just kind of be able to go against my bro in the heads up matchup. Oregon to win that game, and then North Carolina at home against Miami. Drake May got North Carolina rolling. Of course, Mac Brown. Shout out to Uncle Mac. My old Texas boy coach got North Carolina rolling. They're minus 3.5 points right now. I'm gonna lay the 3.5 points. I'm taking North Carolina to win that game at home.
That's what's up, man. NFL recap week 5. You know what I mean? My picks, man, 7-7, man. Nothing to brag about, man. 7-7, man. Overall record. What's my overall record? Overall record is 42-36. So like I say, 7-7 last week, man. I ain't look too hot, man. What's good? You looking like?
I actually end up missing the first two games. I was 7-5 last week. No, actually, no, I got it. I'm sorry, I was 9-5 last week. On my spread picks, I was 7-5 because I missed it. But 9-5 on the money line. I'm 46-32. So 14 games over 500 for the year.
Yeah, I gotta catch this guy, man.
He
Pause.
ain't
You know
gonna
what
get
I'm
it. It ain't
talking
too late, Jim. I got
about? But yeah, my recap, man. Bears finally won a game, man, 40-20. You know what I'm saying? The Fields had 282 yards, 4 touchdowns. Again, man, DJ Moore, 8 catches, 233 touchdowns. As soon as I cut these guys on fantasy fucking football, now they want to fucking go crazy, cold commit, fucking motherfucker, you mother boy. Jared Goff, my own brother, boy, let me shut up, boy. Woo, hot. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? They finally won a game against probably the worst team in the league, is the Denver Broncos, man. Bengals finally got off the snide, man. Winning their second game, 34-20. Joe Burrow. Reason why I bring that up, because Joe Burrow actually kind of looked like Joe had quick feet getting in and out of there. You know what I'm saying? Avoiding blocks, because this line is looking, ooh. Orlando Brown looking like suspect. Boy, might be the motherfucker guy who's robbing the bank over here. You know what I'm saying? One of the most expensive lines. It's still looking suspect, but Chase played a hell of a game, 15 catches, 192, 3 touchdowns, franchise record. Play, of course, played without T. Higgins. He actually gave Joe Mixon the ball plus 25 times. With plus 20 times, he actually ran for 25 times, 81 yards. You know what I'm saying? And of course, San Fran, man, just completely destroyed Dak, my boy Dak Prescott, Purdy, Brock Purdy looking real purdy out there, man. 4 touchdowns, man. Dak 14, 24, 158, 3 INTs and a touchdown, man. Just bad. Like I said, a lot of bad football going on. Of course, Jacksonville went over there in Buffalo, which we know we both predicted. But what's your recap of the week, bro?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Dallas, proved who I think that they are, man. I think a lot of people drunk the Kool-Aid. They saw the blowouts, they saw the defense, blah blah blah. It don't
It's
matter.
Diggs. It's Diggs. absence that much of a.
Can't be, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Now,
mean,
of course, not to
it's
help Dak punk ass, because when you go, you need some fireworks. You need 4 touchdowns from this quarterback, 4 touchdowns from Dak. I don't know if we could get it from you, bro. I don't know if we could.
that's
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
that's real. And look, whenever again you're their defense is good enough. You know what I'm saying? Even without Diggs, they do miss Diggs. Of course, they miss him. But Deron Bland is a good quarterback. Jordan Lewis, they got corners. They're
Gilmore.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Parsons did nothing against Trent Williams. They got no pass rush. But at the end of the day, I think that there is really a reality that sets in that says that this guy can't go get us a dub when we need him to.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And
So
that
you can't
permeates
you
through
can't
the
go get us a
subconscious.
bucket looking motherfucker. Can't get us a bucket, huh?
Can't get a bucket, bro, at all. Like that, can't get a bucket. Like that is, and they proved they couldn't run the ball. Got slammed on the head. Was complaining to the refs. Like they like 49ers showed them it was a different level. But again, that doesn't
Right.
surprise me, man. Like it's disappointing to see, but at the same time, I think it's sobering. I hope it's sobering because again, they got to figure out what they're going to do with Dak Prescott at the end of this year, and I hope the decision is not to extend them and pay him. I hope their decision is to trade him. They got to get somebody on the rookie contract. Again, I was saying 2 years ago, well, now 3 years ago, they should have traded Dak for Justin Fields or for the pick to draft Justin Fields because to me, he was a better arm, better legs, a better version of Dak. Like he had the window there, the upside there, and you were on a rookie contract. So obviously they're disappointing, but the 49ers are the class in the NFL, in my opinion. Kansas City's offense still looks shaky, man. Like they scored 27 points. I know Patrick Mahomes is kind of bringing these guys along slowly. Pacheco's nice, but I worry if they're going to be able to get open enough in the playoffs, other than Kelsey, and be able to generate enough points. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I don't know if they can. It remains to be seen if Miami's offense can travel. It remains to be seen kind of what version of the Bengals shows up. But Kansas City does not look like a dominant defending champion, and I don't know that they're the favorites coming out of the AFC right now. You probably got to give them the nod just because they're the champs, but they look shaky to me. They don't look overly impressive at all. Um, and so those were my two biggest things. But trying to figure out kind of who's that. Chargers kind of haven't stepped up. The Bengals kind of still going through, whatever they're going through. The Bills, of course, lost. They got a lot of injuries. They are depleted.
Ravens depleted. Yep.
Yeah, so they're struggling. Like, who's that? AFC was going to be this great conference. Who's
Mm-hmm.
that team now? Miami lost A-Chain. He's on IR
Mm-hmm.
now. So who's going to be that team that
Mm-hmm.
steps up in the AFC to kind of battle the
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs, who I think is a little bit vulnerable?
Yeah, and as a Bengals fan, that makes me makes me feel a whole lot better. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in our division 3 or 2 except us, but like you say, yeah, nobody in the AFC has taken off like those NFC teams have. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
you know what I mean? The NFC, of course, San Fran and what I mean, Philly over there, and just man, they got some hogs over there, man. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But AFC definitely nobody has pulled away. You know what I'm saying? Miami looked real good. Buffalo looked real good, but both of them can be beat. You know what I'm saying? So, as a Bengals fan, man, we just got to catch our stride, man. And, what I mean? Hopefully we can still be there at the end, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's long season, man. Long season. Again, they got the belief. That's the one thing that no matter what it looks like, they got the belief. So, that part of it is a big part of it. You got to believe you can actually do it. They know they can do it. So if they
Mm-hmm.
healthy, I think they'll be a player for sure.
Week 6 picks, Thursday game, Broncos versus Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. Who you got, bro?
Chiefs, easy.
Yes, sir. Seahawks versus Bengals. Bengals at home. It's a pretty good game, 1 o'clock game. I'm gonna be there at the game. You know what I'm saying? Who you got? I'm gonna pick who they, man. See, I don't want nobody. See, when people say, man, like you're not being objective, I was being objective when I picked Arizona. And don't ask me to be objective no more, man. When it comes to my Bengals, I might not pick against them again all year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
definitely got to
yeah.
go Bengals. Hopefully, T. Higgins don't know the status of what his status is for the game. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's kind of what we don't get. We doing them. I pick. We're doing this on a Wednesday usually, so we don't get those Friday night, those Friday, updates like most people do. So yeah, T. Higgins, we don't know his status, but I'm gonna go Bengals at home. Who you got?
Oh, it's a tough game, man.
Very,
Yeah,
very,
nice.
very.
That was very nice. They got everything. They got it rolling now. They had a very still mad at Seattle because you know what? I'm picking who they, man, because I'm still mad at Seattle. I picked them in my eliminator week one. I was as sure as anything that they was going to beat the Rams. They came out and laid the egg, got blown off the field, and they responded by winning three straight. After that, and looking like the team who I thought that they would, but they should have done it
Right.
one because I still be in my eliminator. So I'm picking who that just because I'm still mad at Seattle, but it's going to be a tough game.
I feel you. That's how I was when I picked Cardinals against Bengals last week. I was just pissed off, man. I feel you, bro. Vikings versus Bears. Give me the Bears. Justin Jefferson is out, which brings to Kirk Cousins, man. We think he gonna be there all year. Kirk Cousins, I'll take Kirk Cousins over Dak right now, man. There's a whole lot of playoff teams that can use a Kirk Cousins, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's not Brock Purdy or none of those guys, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he can offensively, man. He gonna keep you in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not as great to sling that ball around, man. And there are a lot of one score games. I think they was 11-1 last year. Now they're basically 1-4 this year. You know what I'm saying, or whatnot. So if nothing else, offensively, he can keep you in the game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take the Bears. And do you think Kirk will be there all year? You don't really see that in the NFL though, man.
Yeah,
Like you
that's
do in
what I was just about to
basketball,
say.
especially star quarterbacks, and you just don't see that. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn a whole new system, and so I'd probably see him there. I mean, maybe next year he'd probably be somewhere else, but I don't see him leaving. But go ahead, what you think?
Yeah, 100% agree with that. I was just about to say that too. You don't really see trades, mid-year trades, especially in the NFL. And the currency is always weird. They'll be like Kirk Cousins
Mhm.
for a 2024 fifth round pick. Like what? Fifth round?
Right,
Like
right,
second round maybe? Like fifth round.
right.
Like they be getting traded for some garbage cans. But
Yeah.
I'm taking the Bears too, and I do see Kirk Cousins being there. Beginning at the end of the year, maybe I don't know exactly if this contract is over, if he walks, or if he has, if the Vikings have an option or whatever on this contract. But could I see them shutting them down towards the end of the year? Try to get a higher draft pick and try to make sure he's healthy so he can go get a bag or they can trade or whatever the case may be. I can see that happening, but I don't see it mid year.
Yes, sir. Ravens versus Titans. This is a tough one right here, man. You know what I'm saying? You just never know what Ravens team. You never know what Titans team. You go definitely go get shitty ass Tannehill. You know what I'm saying? But the Raiders so depleted right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And Tennessee's at home. I was kind of good. It's a couple of these. It's tough. It's a lot of tough games this week. But I'm
Mhm.
gonna go Tennessee at home, bro. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Baltimore because they are injured. They don't have all their weapons available, but
They let Pittsburgh smash them, man. That's what really kind of pissed me off. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
I,
And then they got to go on the road to Tennessee again after the tough division loss. Yeah, I can
I
see
just trust
Tennessee.
Harbaugh to be able to get the guys to bounce back. Just in their pedigree. That's kind
I
of the
get
game
it.
that they
I
don't
get
let
it.
beat you twice. But yeah, that was a bad
Right.
loss last week for sure.
I get it. Commanders versus Falcons, man. Desmond Ritter threw for 329 last week. Commanders let me down, man. Definitely. This way I can say let me down because I'm glad say I'm glad my Bears got a win or whatnot. You know what I mean? But I definitely seen more out of Commanders, expected more out of them. Atlanta been sneakily good. They've been winning games by this hair of their chinny chin chin. And I'm
Mm.
gonna go with Atlanta again, bro. Who you got?
I'm gonna take Washington in a to bounce back. I know they had a bye last week. Got beat by. No, I didn't have a bye last week. Lost to the Bears last week. Sorry, got embarrassed by the Bears last week. So, I expect them
At
to,
home at that.
yeah, at home. I expect them to bounce back. They got to figure out a way to just get Terry McLaurin the ball. Like sometimes you just got to go get your best player the ball, and they got Dodson, they got Logan,
Mhm.
the tight
Yeah,
end,
squad. Yeah.
but get Terry McLaurin the ball, man. He's the best player you got. Find a way.
Another player I can see, Kirk Cousins, he going home and playing for Washington. I can see that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Panthers versus not bad Colts. versus Jags. Again, another tough division rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Colts playing hell of a good, playing out of their mind this year. You know what I'm saying? Jags finally looked like the Jags a little bit of last year. I'm gonna go Jags at home, complete the 3-game winning streak. Who you got, bro?
Definitely give me Duval. The Colts, Anthony Richardson hurt. Probably gonna IR. Dude, like, all right, bro, you got knocked out of 2 games. You come back and then your shoulder gets knocked. Like, you get knocked out 3 of your 4 games. Stop.
Right,
They got to start running him. He's clearly brittle or not strong enough, or something's happening where he keeps getting injured. I mean, obviously the first 2 games I think it was concussion related or head related. So, but they got Gardner Minshew, probably the best backup in the league, which is why, and they are 3-2 team fighting for a division title, which is why we keep saying invest in you a backup quarterback, right? Like, they
right,
did it the right way and they're gonna probably
right.
get rewarded for it. That said,
All
I'm
that,
taking Jacksonville to win, but they're gonna make it tough.
all that cocky ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Richardson, all that cocky shit, getting your ass knocked out of every game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Panthers versus Dolphins, of course, easy. Give me the Dolphins. Who you got?
Dolphins easy.
49ers versus Browns. I don't know what's going on with your boy, man. I guess he needs some more of them massages, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
Don't
Give me the 49ers, bro. Who you got?
49ers, but this is gonna be a very tough game. I think
Yeah.
Cleveland's gonna be up probably late third quarter. And then, we'll see what happens from there. But I'm going to take the 49ers. Cleveland's defense is very good. Deshaun Watson, kind of found some rhythm before he missed the game before his bye week. So he's had 2 weeks off. And I think their offense will find a way to kind of be creative, get Kareem Hunt more acclimated after the bye. Cleveland's a good team. So I think, especially depending on what the weather is, I know here in Michigan it's going to be raining like crazy all weekend. So, over there on Lake Erie, probably is going to be some inclement weather. I think it's going to be a slow, low scoring game. But I expect San Fran to pull it out.
Saints versus Texas. Saints won, of course, against you know what I'm saying, the ex Brady boys, ex Brady bunch, you know what I'm saying? Belichick and that guy, them guys. Saints only, Carr only had 183 yards, but it still won 34 nothing. Of course, you're playing against Texas, CJ Stroud, the old young guys. I'm gonna go to Saints. Defense is like they're finally playing up. Alvin Kamara is back. I'm going to Saints over the Texans. Who you got?
Me too. I'm going to take the Saints as well to go on the road and win that game.
Porn star. I told you, man. Porn star play. I got porn star now, man.
Did
You
say
know what
that.
I'm saying? Porn
Yes.
star Jimmy and the boys against the Patriots. Devontae Adams definitely ready to get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? I give
Mm-hmm.
you Raiders though. Who you got, bro?
I'm going to take the Raiders too. Devontae Adams hurt his shoulder from what I read. So not sure if he'll be out, if he'll play. He'll probably play. He's a tough guy unless he can't. Unless they sit him down. But the Patriots can't run the ball, keep turning the ball over. I'm going with the Raiders.
Man, it's gonna make it tough because I know Belichick definitely gonna try to take away your best attribute, and of course that's Josh Jacobs. You know, what I'm saying, especially with Devontae Adams being hurt. So we go. That's an interesting pick right there. That's an interesting game right there. Lions versus Bucks could be a trap game, but I'm gonna go Lions. They looking good. Who you got?
Definitely could be a trap game. It's not going to be easy. I expect that to give you a game where they're, you know, maybe down or tied late in the fourth. Lions got to go make a play. I'm going to take them to win the game, but I expect it to be a back and forth game.
I see you flexing that who they had on me though, man. You know, keep flexing that who they had on me though, man.
I'm
So,
a
man.
believer, man. When he didn't believe, I believed, man. Always
One game, only believe one game. We
right.
Hey, Cardinals versus Rams. Give me the Rams. Who you got, bro?
Definitely taking.
Eagles versus Jets. Give me the Eagles. Who you got?
I'm gonna take the Eagles. Again, Eagles offense defense has been suspect. Pass defense has been suspect. So I'm hoping that the Jets can unlock Garrett Wilson a little bit. The guys start getting involved. But look, they're 2-3. If in the alternative world, like a 1 year rental for Kirk Cousins would actually be good for this team if they happen to be kind of somewhat in contention. Um, that's a possible sneaky out opportunity. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers comes back next year. Maybe Kirk could come in, kind of see where they goes through this year, so it's not a complete waste of their season. But I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Giants versus the Bills. Of course, the Giants are terrible. The Bills need a win. Give me the Bills at home. Who you got, bro?
I'm gonna take the Bills too, but again, they're coming back from London, hurt.
Mm-hmm.
As if the Giants weren't so bad, I probably would pick them. Saquon maybe hopefully he's back. But again, I'm gonna take the Bills.
And again, Cowboys versus Chargers. No. Last time we seen Dak look good was when he had Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying? When they broke that dynamic up, he was never the same again. You know what I'm saying? Chargers coming off a bad week. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a scoring team. Definitely a team that can score. I can see Cowboys staying close, but I see the Chargers pulling away. Who you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Chargers too. I typically like this game because I believe the Cowboys normally get to wear their better version of their jerseys, which is the Navy jerseys. You know,
With the white helmet?
yeah,
Yeah,
white helmet or even their regular helmet, but just always their Navy jerseys, just something about.
right. Yeah.
Uh, so again, big time spot. I do expect them to be much better, um, but I'm not. I'm taking the Chargers. I don't even believe in the Chargers, but I'm just taking them because I'm just over that, and I just got no confidence in them. So
I feel you, man.
Chargers.
First quarter NFL wars, real quick, man. You're gonna do coach NFL. When I was saying offensive, defensive player. So if your MVP is an offensive player, then of course you don't have to pick offensive players, pick defensive player, which I'm sure you probably got anyway. You know what I'm saying? So coach of the year, give me Kyle Shanahan, man. Of course, 49ers plus 99-point differential. Only thing they would have close was against the Rams this year. Everybody else they basically beat about 20 points. So you know what I mean? You got to give Cal Shanahan sometimes, you don't reward winning. You know what I'm saying? But the way they've been winning, you gotta go with Cal Shanahan. I mean, I do anyway. You know what I'm saying? MVP Brock Purdy right now, 1,271 yards, 9 touchdowns, no INTs. The man hasn't lost other than when the championship game when he left, early, 72% completion percentage. Looking like a real killer out there, looking like young Joe Montana out there. Defensive player right now, got to get to go to Myles Garrett, man. Cleveland #1 defense, 5.5 sack, 1 forced fumble. You know what I'm saying? Probably he just looking like the maniac out there, looking like Myles Garrett that we all know. And a rookie, I got to give it to Devin Achaney. I kind of I butcher his name. You know what I'm saying? From Miami, man. 38 carries, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns. Also has 9 receptions for 2 touchdowns, 67 yards, bro. First quarter NFL wars, real quick. Who you got?
I like it. Coach of the year, I'm gonna say Mike McDaniel. Again, a guy almost set an NFL record for points in the game. The 4-1, the Dolphins. They only lost. They got blew on out by the Dolphins, but again, it was just after a record-setting performance the week
Played by
before.
the Bills, yeah.
Bills, sorry, we could were considered performance against the Broncos the week prior. So I like McDaniel. You know what he's doing in offense. He's innovative, smart guy. I think he's the coach of the year so far. Um, MVP, um, I would say Christian McCaffrey, man. I think that, kind of similar to as the NFL have become, quarterback award, in the NBA
Basically.
become 3 point right. And Jim always says reverse it, right? Reverse it, get guys back in the paint, go the other way. I would like to see
Mm-hmm.
McCaffrey, who scored, I believe, in like 14 straight games. He was on pace to have the most yards from scrimmage in NFL history prior to last week. So you combine that with the winning, with what he's doing, catching the ball, running the ball, he's made it such a monumental difference to that team. And obviously Brock can too, So they're so low that you can kind of split the hairs. But I like to see McCaffrey get it just on the strength of what he's doing, carrying the ball. Defensive player of the year, I would go with TJ Watt. Again, he's been balling out, strip sacks, fumbles, sacks, and somehow is helping Pittsburgh lose, man.
3-2, crazy.
Be 3-2 like that, and
Crazy.
that might be one of the worst three offenses in the league. And they found a way to be 3-2, and I think that's on the back of TJ Watt and what he's doing. So
Mm.
he's my defensive player of the year. Rookie of the year, CJ Stroud, most uh passing attempts in NFL history without an interception. Doesn't have an interception through 5 games. Had 3 backup linemen playing at one point. And was still, throwing for 3 bills, high 3 bills with no turnovers. Like very impressive. With running back is averaging less than 3 yards a carry. Rookie receiver Tank Dell, like young receivers Nico Collins. My coach of the year almost would have been D'Amico Ryans because he's been, he's been balling out too. But I'm gonna say CJ Stroud rookie of the year.
Oh, great picks. I had for one Brock Purdy, I was definitely going with McCaffrey. So yeah, we definitely on the same page, man. Definitely. Sports Money Music Podcast Weekly Recap 108 again. Like, subscribe, man. You know what I mean? The podcast, go to the YouTube page, Jim Banks the Great. Like, subscribe, man. Keep it going, man. Appreciate everybody all around the country, all around the world. What you got to say, bro?
Hey, Jim, can I just submit one thing real quick? Because man, this might
Oh, shit.
honestly, no, this is this ain't nothing crazy. I'm gonna be quick. This honestly is probably the most impressive thing I've ever heard of in my life. I don't know if you heard, but and I didn't talk about this before in the prep. Kelvin Kiptum. Have you heard that name this week?
Don't think so.
Okay. 23-year-old who set a new world record marathon, 2 hours, 35 minutes. He averaged 4 minutes and 36 seconds per mile, 26
Damn.
miles, bro.
Damn.
Like,
What the?
like,
Wow.
like his
That's crazy.
average time, and he ran the second half of his marathon in a quicker time than the first half of his marathon.
Wow. Damn. Yeah, he'll kill him.
The human body is so incredible,
Yeah.
and like it's hard for like a in shape young regular person to run 1 mile at four
Yeah.
minutes and 36 seconds.
Facts.
Like
Facts.
it's that's very
Facts.
hard to do. Like
Facts.
that would probably qualify for like state title meets in like high
Yeah.
school. Like I mean, like
Yeah.
for state titles, and he did it for 26. That was his average. So
That's
I just wanted to
crazy.
highlight Kelvin
Yeah, that's
Kiptum,
crazy.
new marathon world record title holder, and one of the most absolutely incredible feats. Again, he's only 23 years old, man. So shout out to him. What an incredible feat.
Boy from Kenya, some motherfucker where?
Yeah, he's from Africa. I believe
Yeah.
he's but definitely Africa.
Yeah. Them Kenya, it be them Kenyans, boy. They the truth at that marathon shit, boy. Oh boy, they the truth for sure.
Oh, I mean, it's absolutely incredible what they are able to do, and this kid, 23
Yeah,
years old, and running like that is like insane.
yeah,
I
it's
would I would
crazy.
challenge anybody who listened to the show to look at the fastest time they've ever ran a mile as an individual, and it
Right.
probably was 7 minutes, maybe 8 minutes if you're great. 7 minutes,
Yeah.
lucky 8, 9,
Mhm.
and he did it
Right.
on average for 4:36, bro. That is
That's crazy.
6 of them. So
Yeah, yeah. How did the endurance,
endurance,
the oh my goodness, yeah, he probably got -5% body fat, got to.
bro. It's like superhuman lungs, like robot. Like
All
I
that,
just hope
man,
he never
all that.
on no doping test or nothing. That would be the only thing that
Man,
kind of
facts.
peeking your corner of your mind. Like, is that like even possible? Because it just seems so incredible.
Yeah, because yeah, I mean, even if you dope up, like it'll help his muscles, but it ain't gonna help his lungs.
That's
You know what
right.
I'm saying? So it ain't gonna help his endurance. So yeah, shout out to young man, 23 years old. Yeah, that's amazing.
So
Yeah, that's amazing, man. Great, great, great tidbit at the end of the show, man. Got anything else for us, bro? Before we get out of here?
definitely follow Jim Banks the Great. YouTube, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, Ohio to Michigan. Follow our social channels, man. Let's get it.
Again, follow the podcast, iHeart, Spotify, Pandora, and every other podcast platform you can find us at. Again, weekly recap 106. Small Banks. We out.